Alright, Shalom, Kahala Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai. So Brother War coming back at you with another video. Alright, Shalom to the Akim and the Akwatim are going to be watching this video. Alright, and this is just going to be an exhortation video, a really quick one. Because I was doing some reading in Luke. And I got really comforted when I was reading the parable of the rich man and Lazarus. So we're gonna go into it. I don't got much space on my phone, so it's not gonna be too long. So just bear with me. And if the Spirit jumps on me, get some extra precepts, we're gonna get some precepts. But this is Luke chapter 16, starting at verse 19, and it says, "There was a certain rich man, which was clothed in purple and fine linen, and fared sumptuously every day." Right, and this parable is a representation of the nation of Israel. Lazarus being Israel, the rich man being Esau, and the dog that licks up the poor man's sores are the heathen. Okay, and so I'll get back on topic. There was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen, and fared sumptuously every day. And just to even go off too, like, remember how they described Babylon, the city that was arrayed in okay, look, this is Revelation 18 and 16, and saying, "Alas, alas, the great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught. And every shipmaster and all the company and ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, stood afar off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, What city is like unto this great city?" Right, all the people who got rich off of the consumerism of America and Canada. This is a consumer nation, and all these nations come over here. They leave their countries and set up businesses to get rich over here. Okay, and verse 20. "And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate, full of sores." And that's how the nation of Israel is too right now. The Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, we begging. All we do is beg. We protest in the streets, begging Esau to treat us fairly. Right? We protest, begging him to give us equal rights. Right? We march, we protest, we begging him for all these things. We go to his schools, we go to his education system. We have to work for him. Right, that's the situation that we're in. We looking up to Esau. That people look up to Esau to do everything for them, and that's a curse that would be put on the nation of Israel. Right, it's Deuteronomy 28 and 40. Where is it? 48. "And therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee in hunger." Right, so we got to go to Esau for food. He owns all the fast food industries. He owns most of the restaurants. Right, we don't own these restaurants. We ain't giving it back to even if it's not Esau, it's the other nations, like Chinese food. The Arabs own the gas stations. Right, and we're not giving it back to our community because we're not owning anything. We're serving our enemies. We're in the land of our enemies now. Right, and in thirst, right, they own the water. They own Nestle. What's that Canadian company I like a lot? They got the Fiji. Right, they're literally in charge of the water, the hydro and everything. They're in charge of making it clean or not. You know, they own all of that. Right, and the nakedness. Right, clothing was the one thing they love saying that we were picking was cotton. And that was for them to use the cotton to make clothing, and other things that the people used to make cotton. Right, and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. Not only do we have to serve him for everything, he's going to put a yoke of iron upon our neck until he have destroyed thee. And that's the state of the nation of Israel right now. The Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian were destroyed as a nation of people. Right, spiritually, physically, and mentally. Right, but this is just goes to show you that Lazarus is representation of our nation. Right, the Israelites. Right, full of sores and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. Instead of, we got the crumbs. Esau's giving us little crumbs, right? He gave us the slums. He gave us the ghettos. He gave us these broken, torn down neighborhoods. He gives us poisoned water, right? Poisoning our children, right? Destroyed us, put crack and all these things in our neighborhoods, right? That keeps our people destroyed, feeding us all this madness and wickedness, right? And instead, the dogs come and lick up our sores, which I looked up sore earlier, right? Sore meaning, and it says a raw or painful place on the body, a cause of source of distress or annoyance. So imagine you have a place where you just got bruised and somebody keeps pressing on the bruise, or you got cut and now somebody's annoying your cut. So that's what the other nations are doing. It goes to Zechariah, read Zechariah the first chapter, right? Actually, let's get it real quick too. Let's not quench the spirit real quick. Zechariah 1. Oh, no, I think it was Zephaniah. Oh yeah, I'm in Zephaniah. I'm tripping. It's in Zechariah. This is Zechariah chapter 1 and verse 14. So the angel that communed with me said unto me, Cry thou, saying, Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, I am jealous for Jerusalem and for Zion with a great jealousy. So that's how the Most High feels. He's really jealous right now, right? Even though he's mad at us and feels a lot of things towards us at the same time, ultimately the Most High is really jealous, right? Verse 15, and I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. Okay? So that's what it is. Let's go back. That's them licking up our sores, was forwarding the affliction. Okay? And it came to pass, licked the sores, and it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried. Right, so Lazarus, the children of Israel, got carried over to the Most High. Right, and Esau's latter end is that he's gonna pay for all the sins and the transgression that he's done. But the Most High is ultimately gonna forgive us and have mercy on us. Right? Verse 23, and in hell he lifted up his eyes, being in torment, and seeing Abraham afar off and Lazarus in his bosom. And this isn't talking about a literal place called hell where you're going to be burning forever, right? Because otherwise he wouldn't be able to see us from where, for Abraham and Lazarus, from where he's at in hell. It's talking about the condition that the rich man's going to be in, right? And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus, that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame. And if you were actually burning, and this is a point that Apostle Tahar made, that if someone was actually burning, because I don't want to just say it off like I came up with it off of myself, but if you were actually burning, you wouldn't have time to speak. You'd be screaming, right? And then why would he just want a dip of his finger? No, because when we the Most High said do double unto these guys. We're gonna be doing double unto the other nations, right? So he's calling Lazarus. He's telling Abraham to tell Lazarus to just lay off the affliction a little bit, right? That's why he's saying the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, right? But Abraham said, Son, remember that though in thy lifetime receiveth thy good things. Right, and this is the good thing that Esau got. This is his blessing. Remember, Isaac gave Esau and Jacob a blessing, and Esau's blessing is happening right now from Greece till now, right? Being the second to the fourth beast, right? No, the third and the fourth beast, right? And Esau was his blessing was the sword and the fatness of the earth, and that's how he got the fatness of the earth. That's how he was able to execute his blessing through the sword, right? So we're living in the end of Esau's blessing, right? We're living in the end of the world, right? And ours is next, right? But now he is comforted, and thou art tormented, right? And beside all this, between us and you there is a great gulf fixed, so that they which would pass from hence to you cannot, neither can they pass to us that would come from thence. Then he said, I pray thee therefore, Father, that thou wouldest send him to my father's house, For I have 5 brethren, that they may testify unto them, lest they also come into this place of torment. Abraham saith unto him, They have Moses and the prophets, let them hear them. Right? This is in the spiritual picture. They're in the spiritual world, and he's telling Abraham to tell his brethren that are on the earth right now that hey, if you tell them to repent, if you go and warn them from me, they'll repent. But Abraham's saying, what do they have on the earth? What do we have on the earth right now? As a witness, we have the law of Moses. We have this Bible right here, which these people, we go on and tell them the truth. They don't believe it anyways. Right? And he said, Nay, Father Abraham, but if one went up from the dead, they will repent. And he said unto him, If they will not hear Moses and the prophets, neither will they be persuaded, though one rose from the dead. All right. So now I'm gonna get one more precept. Right. Save. Oops. And it's just in the hypocrisy. Alright, it's 2nd Ezra 7:45. And we'll close off on this. 2nd Ezra 7:45. Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor to oppress him that hath gotten the victory. Also, like, now we can't end off on that because we gotta go and show who's gonna get the victory. Right? We'll get Obadiah. We keep it nice and simple and clean. You could get Lamentations, you could get Revelation, but we could get it with this. This is Obadiah 8:18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle them in them and devour them. So this is what we're going to be doing in the latter days, right? Kindling Esau and devouring them, putting the flame on him and burning him up, putting affliction on him and hell on him, times 2. Right, double, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Most High hath spoken it. So the Most High is saying that he's going to exterminate the Edomites. That's the latter end of these guys. Right, so nobody's going to be able to save him that is destroyed, which is going to be Esau, nor to oppress him that hath gotten the victory. And who's the victory for? The Israelites. Let's get Daniel. This is Daniel 7:18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Okay, let's get another one for these guys. Well, I had a precept in there. I don't know. Can't remember what it was exactly, but it obviously has to do with that. But you can go get that one. Ecclesiasticus 37:25. Okay, it says the days of life, the life of man may be numbered, but the days of Israel are innumerable. So Ecclesiasticus 37:25. All right. Let's get Isaiah 45:17, and then we'll get one more in the New Testament, and we'll close off on that. Isaiah chapter 45:17. But Israel shall be saved in Yahweh with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. Right? A world that doesn't end. The saints going to take the kingdom forever and ever. We know the saints are the children of Israel. Right? And this is Paul. It's Acts 26:7. Right? Unto which promise are 12 tribes, all 12 tribes, right, instantly serving the Most High day and night, hope to come. For which hope's sake, King Agrippa, I am accused of the Jews. And that's the ultimate message, that salvation is for the 12 tribes of Israel, right, you blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, and you're going to be saved to be able to serve the Most High day and night with nobody to trouble you. So with that, I want to say, Kahla Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, and shalom.